Alrighty guys, welcome back. Earlier we were talking about the NBA playoff games that happened this past weekend, and now we're going to be talking about Dallas eliminated the Los Angeles Clippers, and so what is next for them? Alrighty, so...
Wait a minute. Is that it? Is that everything? I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, that's everything. Okay, so for our next segment, we'll be talking about Dallas eliminated the Los Angeles Clippers. So what is next for the Clippers? This story comes from the Los Angeles Times. Steve Ballmer leaned over from his baseline seat and shook hands with a reporter walking by, the Clippers owner appearing somber after watching his team get eliminated from the playoffs with a 114-101 loss in Game 6 to the Dallas Mavericks at American Airlines Arena. A few minutes later, Clippers coach Tyronn Lue said Ballmer walked into the team's locker room and spoke to the players. Along with the president of basketball operations, Lawrence Frank, Ballmer has a lot of decisions to make about the future of the franchise as it prepares to move into a new arena, the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, next season. Most of the questions will center on the health of Kawhi Leonard, contract extensions for Paul George and Lou, and whether the Clippers re-signed James Harden. So Ballmer's decision to talk to the players after their season-ending loss meant a lot to the team. The Clippers again had to play without their best player, Leonard, who missed his fourth game in the series because of an inflammation in his right knee. He played 68 games during the regular season, but missed the final 8 with the knee issue. He played in Game 2 and 3, but was limited. Leonard did not make the trip to Dallas for Game 6.
Okay. First off, Kawhi Leonard, an amazingly talented player. Make sure it's understood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not throwing shade on his game. His game, healthy, Kawhi Leonard could be the best player in basketball. But, the most important ability is availability. And I know that's a cliche.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Clippers, this is fact. The Clippers have gone years without Kawhi Leonard being healthy. I can't remember a playoff game or a playoff series that Kawhi Leonard has played in that he was healthy, or that he played in every game, or that he was available. It's been a flat-out failure. If I told you there's only 5 players on the court and the Clippers have 4 Hall of Famers, 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4.
Mm-hmm.
4 Hall of Famers could be on the court at any time. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. And year after year after year after year, first round exit, second round exit. Rarely ever do they make it to the Western Conference Finals. This has been one expensive failure. Steve Ballmer's, gotta show some respect, put some respect on that name. The richest NBA owner in basketball is in a rock and hard place. Because I would tell you that Harden, Russell Westbrook, Paul George, all of those guys have contracts coming up. I wouldn't re-sign them. Here's the problem, though. Steve Ballmer, who's been playing in the Lakers Crypto.com arena for their entire life in Los Angeles, Ballmer decided, nope, we're done with that. We're building our own arena, and they have this amazing arena. They're tired of being the little brothers to the Los Angeles Lakers, so they wanted to have the biggest, baddest arena there is. Well, they're moving into that arena this next season. Here's the problem. Moving into that new arena, the new $1 billion arena, you can't roll in there unless you have a star-studded team that can contend. So because of that, you can't go through and say, what's the best decision? Getting rid of Russ, getting rid of Harden, getting rid of Paul George. Russ is not the same player anymore. He's no longer the same player. Harden, every single year when it gets to the playoffs, Harden has had his worst games. Harden can average 30, 40 points a night. The playoffs come in 6, 10 points, 12 points. They need regular season Harden. So many teams have needed regular season Harden, and it doesn't matter where it's at. Whether he was in Oklahoma City, whether he was in Brooklyn, whether, Houston, it doesn't matter where Harden goes. He's had colossal collapses in the playoffs when you need it most. So, and Harden's old. But he's going to want top dollar. He's going to want a max contract. Paul George, fantastic player. If there's anyone I'm signing, Paul George is one I'm signing. But then, just like Kawhi Leonard, rarely are they healthy. You can't be old and unhealthy. Consistently poor performances in the playoffs, getting knocked out early, and be the most expensive team in basketball while old, broke down, wore out. It's a hard thing. But if you're thinking business-wise, what's best for business? You cannot part ways with these guys going into a new arena. You have seats to sell. So give me 1 second.
Bless you.
First time the cold came and tapped me on the shoulder. What it is it's not the cold. I've been allergic to the Clippers from day one. That's what that cold was. That's what that sneeze was. I'm just allergic to the Clippers in general. But moving into that arena, what do you do if you're an owner? You've moved maybe the most expensive basketball arena in history. You need the all-stars for people to buy luxury boxes and all the $10,000, $20,000 seats a night. You need those all-stars and Hall of Famers. But you're looking around and you're saying, what's best for basketball? How do I put a winning team, a championship contending team? You have to part ways with the old guys. So they're in a rock and a hard place. I don't see a way around it except for they're going to have to sign these guys again. Now, I'm breaking this up into 2 segments, Miss Faith. Okay. A segment that you didn't even see. Here's a weird thing in the NBA. Paul George, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. You look around and the biggest, Kevin Durant, Booker. You look at Bradley Beal. The biggest names, all the names that the NBA, every marquee name for the NBA that the NBA has put out and showcased for the last 20 years are gone. They're all out of the playoffs. Oh, let's go see KD. KD's at home. Where's LeBron at? He's in Cancun. You understand what I'm saying? Where's Steph Curry? He's on the beach. They're all gone fishing. The biggest names in the NBA, especially this, the biggest American names in the NBA are gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that the NBA and Adam Silver sees this and realizes this. Next year, the NBA needs to rebrand itself.
Mm.
They need to go away from the LeBron Jameses. I mean, think about it. Joel Embiid's gone. Giannis is gone. All the big names are not there. The NBA needs to start rebranding itself. Look around and say, Tatum, Anthony Edwards. You have to look at Joker. Donovan Mitchell. You have to start making these guys that are on Cleveland and the Celtics and Minnesota and New Orleans and Oklahoma City household names to prepare for the future, because this is the changing of the guard. All the top names in the NBA are gone. They're not in the playoffs. They're not gone. This isn't the Eastern Western Conference Finals and they're all gone. Everybody's gone by the end of the first round. All their stars are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And there hasn't been enough promotion of guys like Anthony Edwards. There hasn't been enough promotions for the Donovan Mitchells of the world out there. And so when you look around, Tatum and Brown, they haven't been promoted like LeBron and Anthony Davis and Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. It should be the passing the torch. It is the passing of the torch, but the NBA hasn't been promoting these guys, and it's a big mistake. And this is a wake-up call to the NBA that they have to start promoting these guys, because this is not a fluke thing.
Mm.
The best teams are still playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma City, best record in the West. Denver Nuggets, second best. You look around, Minnesota Timberwolves, the New York Knicks, the Celtics. These were the teams with the absolute best records in basketball. This is not a fluke. The NBA has made a mistake. The NBA's gotten old right before our eyes, and nobody knew it. And now all their stars are not playing.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something to worry about. It's a great opportunity, though, for the NBA, like Anthony Edwards. Most people don't even know who he is. Casual NBA fans don't know who he is. After the playoffs, they better know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA, it's their number one priority to make people know who these guys are.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is something that I wanted to bring up. I know that wasn't really a topic, but it is an alarming situation to see that your stars are now old. And not only are they old, but they're not winning.
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry and LeBron and Kevin Durant and James Harden are not winning, and it's time to move on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to believe. But
yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, with that, we are going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to dive into our Monday special, updating horror stories. So make sure you guys stick around, and we will be back in a minute.